Terrible result today in the grand scheme of things. Oh, well, you might not think it is. I want to talk about Jesse Lingard. He was dropped today.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the right call?
Yeah, I think when you look at the grand scheme of things, when people talk about Gomez playing in that kind of number 10 or even like the 8, you think everybody's on this wagon. They criticise him too much. I think if you put pressure on the player, I think he's just gonna. It's gonna show in his gameplay. Gomez comes in. Who else do you have? It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I think when you look at our team, everyone's saying that we're limitless of what we've got. We've got no players to do this, got no players to do that. Let's get the youth a chance. Then it's a case of, okay, give the youth a chance. What do you expect is going to happen? You're playing against a seasoned Saints team today. You play the youth or reserves. What's going to happen? So Lingard coming in, whether he comes in, helps, does a job. I think Matic is being. I think Matic should play.
Mata or Matic?
Matic. I think Matic should play. I think Scott McTominay, yes, he does a job. He gives us pace, but then you've looked at the last 3 games. Pogba comes back because it's almost like if you've got Pogba who sat as a CDM, and then you think, well, if Pogba's here, and then you've got Lingard who potentially would be at that kind of Matic's position, you think, okay, we need Pogba really to be our cam.
Which is what happened when Matic came on.
But then without that, you got Matic comes on, Pogba goes forward. So it's almost like Fred's nowhere to be seen. So you think, well, who else do you have to play? Now, there's a reason, whether or not it's Gomez isn't ready. I think, to be perfectly honest, I think if.
Do you think Gomez isn't ready? Because he's ripping it up in under 23s. It looks like that's almost too easy for him. So if he isn't ready for our first team, surely he needs some first team football. Why would they have not just sent him out? If they're not going to send him out, why not at least have him in our squad and play him?
The thing is, it's like if you've got basically our midfield 3. If you think of Pogba, McTominay, Matic. Pogba's real kind of threat is that kind of left-hand side. Give him some freedom. Now, they don't play diamond as well as they should do. You know, if you've got Pogba who's moving forward, then if it's Matic or McTominay, they need to be like, right, we need to come round, we need to cover just in case. They're 2 similar players. McTominay, he's just got younger legs, but with Matic there, he's more the aggressor. He can get hold of the ball. Yes, fair enough, he is slow, but then you need that. If you want to play counter-attacking football, do you need someone who can sit at the back and say, right, let's sharp shot, hold the ball, and let's spray it, and then off you guys go. Because that's the only reason why we play Rashford, Martial, and James in those sorts of positions. Because they got pace. Lingard literally would be that kind of Bow-esque type. I can kind of filter and kind of.
So what would you do? Would you drop it? Would you drop McTominay for him?
I would ultimately, for me today, looking at the game, I think Matic came in. He gave us a bit more structure going forwards. I think he kind of. Not that the back 2 in Maguire and Lindelof was at any kind of phase of the game like wary at all. You know, every time the ball came over, like today with the Lindelof, you can tell they were trying to kind of aim for him a little bit more after the Crystal Palace game. You could see that a little bit more. But then when you looked at the way Matic come in, Pogba pushed forward a lot more. And then it was almost like, well, let's just chase a game now. Let's just get the balls in the box and let's just hope for the best. That's something we didn't do against Palace. Do you know what I mean? So when you've got, like, I would have gone Rashford, come to the right. You're not making it click up top. Wan-Bissaka, as much as he is basically what we've needed for a very, very long time, probably since Raphael, to be honest. And then when you look at his end product of putting a ball in the box is not great. Delo, yes, he's injured, but he can whip a ball in. Like you can put him probably on the edge of the 18-yard box, and he'll whip those balls in all day long. Probably missed Lukaku today, if I'm honest. If Lukaku was in the middle of the park and James put those balls in the box, we probably would have got equaliser. Sorry, not an equaliser, a winner. But yeah, I would have put Mason up front. I would have put Lingard just sat behind him, and then I would have moved Rashford out to the right-hand side and let's just get James to keep doing what he's doing. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, we've got a very, very thin squad. Everybody, even last year, I watched Channel last year, everyone's moaning, saying, we're not good enough, this player needs to go, that player needs to go. And And Ollie's done exactly that. You know, Ollie can only do what he's kind of what he can work with. If he's got dead wood that he needs to get rid of, you think Rojo's probably stayed purely because Damian's going.
Yeah, we need the cover. Yeah.
We need the cover for left back. If Young today got a knock, which he looked like he got a knock, then who else comes in?
Again.
POGBA looked like he got a knock.
Yeah.
So you kind of worry a little bit, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, if you play youth over what we've got, they're only going to need time anyway.
Yeah.
It's a shit result. It's 5 points from possible, what, 12?
Yeah, awful.
It's crap.
Yeah.
But what do you expect is going to happen? I think at the end of the day, if you give youth a chance, and everyone says, oh, you know, class of '99 or whatever, and it's now the class of '19, the lads coming through, and it's like, oh, we don't have these big figureheads to come in and support the guys coming through. Well, you've got Mata, you've got Matic. They need to be more aggressive. Do you know what I mean? You can't let the boys come in and go, oh, come on, we're just, you know, easy win. You know, be kind of
go straight at it.
Yeah, just get on with it. Don't give teams too much respect. Pereira came out, I think, last week and said that he wants to be the next best thing. You know, I read an article somewhere that he was going on about, like, he now wants to prove himself at United, now given the chance.
Yeah.
And
he needs to start doing that, doesn't he? Yeah.
But then it's too much dilly-dallying. If you're going to make direct play, get the ball in the box, make them count. Like, if you're shooting, they shoot warm-ups outside the 18-yard box. Every shot's on target, every shot's. But you don't see any play, like, you don't say,
in the game,
you don't see the drills. So, okay, like, you watch the drills, they do the same drills. Even last year, they did the drills. European, they did exactly the same drills. Lukaku weren't even getting the ball in the back of the net from literally the 18-yard box. But yet, they put pressure on them whilst they're shooting, because they're going to go and do shooting in the match and then skying it. McTominay had a shot in the first half, went miles over the bar. But yet, you did that literally in a warm-up and you buried it in the back of the net. So there's something there that's like almost like as soon as that whistle goes, it's like a switch and like confidence just disappears. And further that game starts to get away from him. It's like, okay, James got another decent goal today. That's 3 from 3 for him. Yeah. 3 from 3. And yet it's grab hold of the game. Don't just let the game run away from you. You're going to be playing against Southampton away. Do you know what I mean? It's exactly the same as Wolves. We lost against Wolves last year twice.
We just can't dominate, can
we? And we can't get hold of the game.
Listen, it's going to be a long season. Long season, no problem, man. A big thank you to you guys for watching our latest video. If you want to check out more, make sure you do so right here. Keep checking us out, the biggest Manchester United fan channel in the world, over 500k subscribers deep. Make sure you're following us across all the socials, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. All along here, you guys know what to do. And most importantly, make sure you're subscribed. Peace.